И когда пойдет таймер, естественно, я засеку. Будьте готовы свериться со временем. Сразу ползану просто. Так что, как только время будет 1 секунда на таймере, все пишем 1. Я ползану к этому времени. Ну, чел в Гавайке. Савчик.
That came out. Bit of a controversial release. Perhaps we will touch on that during the run proper, but no surprise to me, although keeping an eye on the bid war throughout the week to this point, it was pretty dead even, but we had a cool $1,000 drop from one donator that really put this over the edge proper. So we're going to be definitively going through the definitive edition.
Зрите FPS играем. Потому что ремейк был невероятно замечательно оптимизирован.
And because there are some things that are going to be a little more easily done or possible, no music, sadly.
Эта игра абсолютно другая теперь.
I think the most interesting thing to say about this before we get started here is that this run is totally different.
Я понял, это бидвар был. Бидвар, то есть они донатами пытались определить, будет Original Edition или Definitive Edition. Ну и как бы донат выиграл. Время пошло, 1 секунда у меня появилась на экране. Чуть пропущу вперед. Вот, спидран пошел. Хорошо, время я запустил. Спасибо, спасибо, спасибо.
We got some nice lighting, though. This game is based on, I believe the renderer is UE4, but under the hood, it is largely the same game, and that was an intentional, design.
В принципе, должна была быть та самая игра, та самая игра. Но игра оказалась не той самой. О, сразу в тачку. Окей, нормально.
One other amazing definitive feature that I'm actually a big fan of because I'm lazy, dude, is that you just like never fall off the bike anymore. You can just hit.
О, теперь можно не падать с байка. Отличная версия. Слушайте, мне уже нравится эта игра. Нельзя упасть с байка. Кайфово. Выпускаем туториал, в принципе, как и обычно.
I'm a big fan of that. This is our main antagonist here. This is Sonny Ferrelli. He is
Видим Сони Феррато, как нам говорят, если я правильно сказал. Мы на Томе играем, точно. Defect Edition. Так, мы должны какие-то делишки решить, в общем, нам сказали решать. Мы идем решать. Должны людям бабки.
As you would call it, clearly inspired by Miami, of course.
I thought Miami existed separately.
It does exist separately, but I'm not going to get into really, I'm not here to, all right. Anyway, so the first thing we're going to do
То, что нельзя упасть с байка, это все, игра по фикшену, считай.
We were sent down to do has gone horribly wrong. So we're going to get on our moped and we're going to solve this crime. Who took our money?
Так, теперь наша задача, в принципе, в игре разобраться с тем, кто забрал наши бабки. Ну, это если те, кто не знает, что там происходило в GTA. Будем разбираться. Значит, наводить справки. Да, найс, не падает. Но он все равно достаточно безопасно едет. Но я думаю, в оригинале он бы уже упал. Я буду продолжать говорить всякую ерунду об игре, и наверняка что-нибудь плохое случится. Но пока что игра щадит.
And we're going to just drive the daughter off to the nightclub. She wants to get away too, she's too cool to be seen there. We're just going to slide a bit. That man was sitting on the sidewalk at the intersection, which I think might be a traffic violation. So we drop her off, and that's mission passed. All right.
Так, скидываем
The
ее в
first one's always the
клубешнике.
hardest one,
Миссия
as I
пройдена.
like to say.
Изи-изи.
So
Первая
the second
миссия.
one is
Или
coming up
вторая?
here. We're just going to go right back to the lawyers.
Первая,
The
по-моему.
lawyer is going to be our only mission outlet for the first 4 or so.
Вообще выглядит нормально. Немножко угловато. Но, в принципе, все равно нормально. Я так понимаю, никаких дипов миссий не будет. Мы посмотрим. Система реплея все-таки есть. Давайте посмотрим. Оба! Он слез с байка в полете. Он слез с байка в полете. Найс? В оригинале это точно невозможно. Я 100% верю. Жесткий чел. Так, мы не можем телепортироваться, не можем прыгать далеко. Возможно? О, убергусь. Убергусь тот самый. Спасибо, что возможно. Окей. Но я думаю, ты бы там не слез. Ну, может быть, слез бы. Окей. Мы нашли способ сломать игру, не волнуйтесь.
Unfortunately, keep your friends close, but your enemies closer. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, here's Chef Gang. Chef Gang is going to come after us. We're exhausted, like we actually beat them up. There's Chef Gang. You know, they're a little mad.
Так, вот и наши друзья, которых надо будет убить. Но мы бежим немножко больше, быстрее нашего друга. Изи. Тачку не подвинуть. Окей. Ну, мы подкатим ее. Ничего. Ну, можно посмотреть на лицо Лэнса. Самый чильный чел. Хоуми.
I'm going to be doing this every now and again just to keep the road clear of any traffic. I spaz out the
Так,
camera,
очищать трафик можно. Ну хорошо, хорошо. Не все сломали. Пора закупиться пушками. Катсцену не пропустить, так что смотрим. Армор, который висит и крутится.
So we're just going to sit here and be told this is where you buy guns, and then we're never going to buy guns.
Здесь ты купишь пушку. Никогда не купил пушку.
Let me tell you, man. It's a cold city. So anyway, driving back to the hotel, that's just your very standard tutorial mission. Here's a car, drive here, drive here. By the way, this is where your first safe house is. This is where you save the game. I'm going to take this car right here. Perfect, perfect. I was able to make it to the hotel fast.
Успели в катсцене, отлично.
Outside the hotel and inside the hotel both did not play. So when Lance dropped me off there, I was able to gain movement again and gain this person's vehicle and also do a little mayhem in the process. You know, there's going to be a lot of that here.
Yeah, just a little bit Razor freestyle scooter. I see it.
Yeah. So this is how I hold my phone.
Yeah.
Вот как я держу телефон.
That's how I hold my Bluetooth speaker right there. So we have to take some phone calls in this game to progress the story.
Нам нужно принимать звонки, иначе мы не сможем продолжить играть в игру. Эх, игра.
And we just took his phone, and this is a person be like, "Hey, you're not Leo," because obviously not. This is the mission that we would usually skip in OG.
Мы обычно пропускаем эту миссию в оригинале, но... Как же это трагично. Погиб человек. Нам не нужен молоток. Зачем нам молоток? Придется отыграть эту миссию, к сожалению. Ну, хоть посмотрим ее здесь, а то я в миллион лет ее не видел.
As I think some of the changes made here in this game started with the mobile versions that came out many years beforehand.
Ну, пропускается, я имел в виду... Хорошо, да. Если слова используют другие, то да.
One of the changes here is that this vehicle has a lot less health needed to actually scare the juror. We're doing just a little bit of, juror intimidation here. And a little bit of stunts, dude.
Yeah.
We're never falling off the bike, man.
Немножко
It would
запугали.
take Tommy 19 years to finally get acclimated to
Как их
riding
зовут-то?
a
Жжур.
bike, I guess, and learn
Жжур
how
у
to
нас
pull things
эти...
without falling off, but here we are.
You figure he had to get better.
Блин, недавно же суд Д
I know,
посмотрел, но я не
it's,
помню. Все равно.
there's so many times where I've just gone
Как их
over a
зовут?
tiny bump and Tommy flies, and I'm like,
Челов
come
эти,
on,
которые...
I thought
Присяжные.
we
Вот.
were over this.
Присяжные.
Yeah, we've gone over this.
Суд
So anyway,
присяжных.
here's the second juror we need to intimidate. Again, we just need to
Так,
fire a
отправимся
few
к следующему
bullets into his
присяжному.
vehicle. He's,
Бац, 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 бац.
you know, he's trying to make friends, but we're trying to make enemies, I guess. So we scare him off, and he just... This is a good noise. This is a good scream.
Да-да, я знаю, что машина взрывается.
Give that
Ну,
video
а
a
там
boost.
одна
That's a good
прыгает,
one.
дюпается на другую, и
So that's
происходит
mission
взрыв.
passed. If you've been keeping
Easy.
score at home, that's 3 lawyer missions done. We're on to the 4th one. And that'll be the last one out of this quest giver, mission man, whoever. Mission chain, et cetera, et cetera. So this is the cutscene where we meet Avery Carrington, voiced by Burt Reynolds, who we also miss very, very dearly. And we'll actually be seeing him again later. If this was OG, we would never see him again later. But this is definitive, and we do things entirely differently here. So another definitive change, maybe another mobile change. You're supposed to blow up all these vans, and you can do that with that barrel and that barrel that I just blew up. Normally you'd have to go in, start a riot,
По-моему,
get the
обычно надо с
security
ружьем
open
это
up the
делать,
gate, then
а
you
еще
go in
желательно
and
потом
to
после
shoot 'em
этого
or do whatever you'd like to
быстро
do.
взорваться. Но,
Make
видимо, нам
frankly
быстрее
quite
ехать.
trivial. Yeah, man.
Найс трюки.
Unbelievable.
360.
What a great landing.
Swag all over the place.
Swag.
So, nonetheless, we're going now to our next mission giver, who we've already met, the Colonel Cortez here. He lives on the pier. He's probably never been on land in many, many years. At least I've never seen him on land in many, many years. We're going to take another phone call and fall in the bushes.
Возьмем звонок,
Have you
окей,
ever answered a
отлично.
phone call like that?
Оптимизация.
Answer my phone and trip.
Yeah, then just jump off
I
like a
know.
10-foot cliff.
Speaking of phone, where is it? You see
Ну
it?
где
I
же
don't see it.
телефон?
Ghost
Я не
phone.
вижу телефон.
Hand phone.
Talk to the ground.
Talk to the ground. Yeah, so there's a spiking in. This is just the Colonel calling us and being like, hey, I
В общем, да, выделяют наши игроки, которые очень много играли, естественно, в Vice City. Все неточности, недоработки игры, которые переиздали, к сожалению, не так хорошо, как хотелось. And take care of somebody who he thinks is some manner of informant. So that's all fine and dandy. I'm just going to drive my bike all the way across the city up north to meet this guy. And in the meantime, I think we can get some donations in. Так, это, по-моему, мы здесь едем в магазин. Сейчас посмотрим. Я уже не помню. Я с бензопилой проходит обычно. Кажется, нет, что-то другое. Ладно. А, башню, точно. В отель. Бензопилу мы достали, все равно. You've rotted my brain with sentimentality. I'm supposed to be a conniving thief and criminal. And instead, I'm just like being savvy.
Just want to sit down for the poolside.
So anyway, we've done the job, and now it's time to escape the police here. And by way of doing that, we're supposed to go to the pay and spray, and that gets rid of all your.
Хорошо, нам, конечно, надо перекрасить просто наш байк или машину. О, я упал. Это что-то невероятное. Это achievement. Упасть в этой игре сложно.
We did the job, and we're supposed to learn about the paint. Oof, come on, man, really? We're supposed to learn about the paint spray, but there are some things you can pick up called police bribes, and they limit your, or they decrease your one level by one. And I'm taking it very slow here.
Are you sure you could? I mean, you could really go faster there.
No, I don't. I almost hit my own bike again, dude. So anyway, the next one gonna do some more work for the Colonel here. And somebody's ringing my phone. I really don't care.
Отвечать на телефон не
Leave me alone.
будем,
I'm
смысла в
speedrunning,
этом
man.
нет.
Come on.
What about your vehicle
Speedrun.
efficiency?
Yeah, I know, really. So anyway, the next,
О, вот, теперь в
the next
магазин
thing we're
едем.
supposed to do is a little
Meet
bit of a
the
chase across
courier
town, a
at the
bike
mall.
chase across town. You know, it sounds cool, right? We
Так, и
want
будет
that
ли
in our
здесь
game.
чейз?
But, you know, we
Погоня.
can actually do what we're meant to do way before the guy we're chasing gets on his bike, and I hope I can land it in the sickest manner possible. We're gonna
Посмотрим,
find out
получится.
here, but I'm gonna park my
Как
bike right
нужно.
around here. We're gonna
Так,
meet
байк
this gentleman. He
запарковали.
has a thing that we
Окей.
like. So we're gonna skip that and hopefully catch him here
Так,
with
киком
a blade.
отменили
Yeah, sounds cool, by
анимацию.
the way. I know
Нормально,
this next
отлично,
call
все
you guys.
получилось.
We were
Так же,
kicking
как
that- we
и
were
в оригинальной
kicking that
игре.
a while ago.
Красиво.
What?
Look at
What?
that,
Воу,
man.
воу,
I
воу,
told
воу.
you, dude. You're not gonna fall off
960.
the bike except for the time that I just did.
Except for the time you went into
Yeah,
the water.
so we're
Трюки, трюки.
taking this very, very slowly. Good. Good, 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 good. I don't make the same mistake
Катимся,
twice.
не
I just make
торопимся.
different mistakes over and over again, which makes it more interesting, I think. But regardless of that, all right. So mall shootout done. We're going on to Guardian Angels, where we Guardian Angel a deal between Diaz, who is going to be the next major player that we meet, and a local gang. So we have to go to the car park to pick up a weapon left by the Colonel. And then we're going to go
Так.
into the alleyway, and it's a bit of an auto-scroll
Помнится,
for the
да,
most
можно же
part.
при помощи реплея
First we have to get
поднять
there,
пушку
do some six slides.
на этой парковке. Здесь этого
Alright.
нельзя сделать, окей. Так
There
что,
we go.
в принципе,
Inexplicably,
вот мы приехали,
Lance is
заберем
gonna show
пушку.
up here.
Приедет Лэнс.
He, you know, must be following us or something. I don't know what he's up to. We're hogging all the action because we're the protagonists. Like, that's what you do, you know? So, we're gonna do some more sick.
Как профессионалы
stunts here.
выбираемся.
Yeah.
Отлично, хорошо. Это
Easiest way to
не
get
с
out.
первого
That's
раза
how I do
получается.
it.
Yeah, no, that's.
Ну
that's
тут
the only
тачки
way
на
to do it.
тачку заехали.
Yeah, absolutely.
Программинг сложно.
So, we're heading up here to the meet.
Так,
Just
пора
gonna slide
навстречу
right
нам.
in.
Мы приехали навстречу.
All right, awesome. Did I introduce you? Did you
No.
introduce yourself?
No, I just been sitting here, back, firing off quips.
Hi, I'm Casey Fruin. We're 15 minutes into Definitive Edition. I am joined by...
Здравствуйте, меня зовут Кейзи Фрю, а это мой помощник. Не представил его вначале.
In
но-
suspense,
Yeah,
you know?
no. I mean, I figured you wouldn't introduce me here because this is my favorite mission in the game.
It is?
No, this is my least favorite.
All right, man. A man of his
All
word,
right,
as you can see, this
man.
PMC Trilogy. My favorite fact about PMC Trilogy is he has the world record for the Sopranos Road to Respect. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Это человек, который
You really
сидит, он
shouldn't
имеет
clap for
VR
that, but
в какой-то из
Gotta
категорий
hold it for New
или...
Jersey.
Короче, тоже
that's
очень
right.
важный
So,
человек в
this
GTA.
goes horribly wrong.
Непростой.
That's Diaz, by the way. He's the man of short
Так,
stature
хедшотики
here.
ставим, изи.
And they're just going to pull up and they're going to slam their vehicles into the backs of things, which is they're a little more gentle in OG. I don't know how they managed to make everything just
Да,
more
что-то они
violent in this
врезаются
game.
тачка в тачку.
Speaking of more violence, I need their weaponry. It's gonna be
Мне
better than mine.
нужны их пушки, к
You'll notice
сожалению.
that there's a little bit of an outline on these fellows here. Lance needs some help
Модная
with some
обводка
mistakes.
на наших противниках, кстати.
Just gonna grab some armaments here and contribute to the fight against cars.
Yeah.
Стреляем по тачке, она взорвется.
There we
Отлично.
go. All right, and this is the last two that are going to show up here.
Так,
And
сейчас
we're
еще
just
двое
chilling, you know,
приедут.
doing our thing. Normally, there's a trick that you could do in OG at this point where you could get
Так, ну,
movement
как
in
бы
this
здесь
cutscene,
хорошо бы
but we
трюк
have to do
использовать при
that
помощи
by way of
реплея.
replay, which who's leaving the tomato juice everywhere, dog?
А я не понял, как второго зовут.
Anyway, so I'm gonna have to do a bit of
PMC
an aim
Trilogy,
check here.
возможно.
Let's get this guy
Так, а нужен ли нам байк?
Nice,
Нет,
nice.
нам не нужен
sniped.
байк.
Sniped.
Просто заснайпим.
All right. Yeah, in OG, you're able to stop him in the cutscene, but here we have to play a little more honestly, at least for the first 20 minutes or so. So this is Diaz. He's going to be
20 минут
impressed
игры,
with
в
our
принципе,
work, and
прошло.
he's going to want
Это
us
то, как
to,
мы проходим
to
игру
join his,
в оригинале
you know,
также.
he wants us to do things for him.
Только, может быть, немножко быстрее.
Surely,
за счет
above
всяких
board
скипов.
things, you know. Tommy, dude,
С камерой.
definitively get on the bike, please. All right.
Это очень сложно забраться на байк, когда ты в ремейке. Так, дальше, в принципе, наша задача проскочить через мост.
You just knock very loudly.
Нам пора громко постучать.
Yep.
Так, ворп все так же работает, отлично.
So there you go. We're at Diaz's mansion before Diaz even wants us here. So he's on the phone right now. He's talking nice about
Разговариваем
his
по телефону.
colleagues. Very nice things
Great
about
work environment.
really good work environment. He's going to be watching. Look, he's watching the run. Watch.
Я так понимаю, у него просто ухо.
He's watching the run.
Yeah,
man.
no, he's definitely watching GDP
hyped.
right there.
He's like, I'm on the screen, yeah. All right. So anyway, we're going to take his car.
Так, забираем точилу. Что дальше? Я не помню, какая миссия дальше.
And we're just going to go to this fellow that he wants us to track down. This mission's called the Chase. As I drive to his place, I believe we can get something red in here.
All right, we have $5 from Redrios.
Меняем положение камеры. В принципе, тут вроде тоже не приходится 100%, 180 градусов крутить. Вправо-влево просто крутим. Нормально. Тачки пропадают с экрана. А, погоня в отеле. Угу. Ну, если это отель, конечно. И потом погоня на тачке. А тут что мы сделаем? Очень сложно перепрыгнуть через лестницу. Так, хорошо. Время идет, время никого не щадит. Нам надо бы бежать по крыше, но мы... По крыше хорошо, когда ты бежишь бесконечно быстро, а тут... Окей. Тут все еще все это работает, мы просто знаем, где багги находятся. Сейчас мы посадим, значит, нашего коллегу. Поехали, коллега. Пора отвезти его. Но здесь это тоже работает хотя бы. Красиво.
And I love looking at the face because it's funny, it's a good gag, but you can barely see it here, and it's just...
I mean, he'd probably be
Погони
happy
нет,
if he
это
wasn't
хорошо.
constantly sticking the gun in his face,
We're
but-
just hitting, these poles are cement, man. So anyway, so there you go.
Привезли чела на такси.
Instead of a chase, it was more of a ride share. And mission passed. So we're
Так,
gonna
обычно мы
drive
тут,
back
по-моему, с моста
to,
прыгаем, но
Colonel
здесь
Cortez's
такой
and
возможности
we
нет.
would
Что же мы
actually
будем
go to
делать?
the next island and take a helicopter. I don't know, man. We're top heavy, all right? It's the big brain.
Что же мы будем делать дальше? На самом деле здесь быстрее доехать? Окей.
All right. We have $25 from Cuba.
Быстрее доехать, окей?
Casey Frew couldn't possibly
Для
follow the
спидрана
water
быстрее
through
доехать,
his
это получается
definitive
вертик вообще не нужен, либо они его позже берут.
What do you think? Has it happened yet? Stay tuned. Maybe it will happen.
What could possibly go wrong?
What could possibly go wrong?
We have $50 from Bard 621. I was going to put this bid towards Definitive Edition for Vice City, but since it's already in the lead, let's put this money towards the bonus game, because more games is always awesome.
I agree.
And checking in on that bonus game, we have raised
Доезжаем до поместья.
$42,000 out of $90,000, so that is about halfway there. Now we only have a few more runs left before we need to get that incentive met, so make sure you get your donations in for the
Наверное,
bonus game if you want
yes.
to see that incentive added to the
Точно.
run, or added to the marathon.
PMC, what do you leave in your hedge maze?
Usually C4.
Так, я пропустил. Он поднял гранату или там снайперку, я не помню.
Okay. Well, I had to grab a sniper from Diaz's hedge maze while we're on the phone here. And this is actually sincerely going to be...
Ну да, на вертолете как бы ты меняешь несколько машин, но запоминаешь вертолет, и на вертолете проходишь всю игру. А здесь, видимо, есть сложности.
basically driven our good gang fellow to his gang house. We're gonna do the only sensible thing. We're gonna get a giant big gun and a helicopter, and we're
Так,
gonna
пора на
rain
вертолете
on this
наведаться к
parade
нашему другу, которого мы довезли.
with bullets.
With bullets, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Shouts to bullets.
Just gonna throw them
Обычно
out
с
of the
этого
helicopter.
моста еще
yeah.
прыгает чел, но они, видимо, пофиксили
So,
это.
We've got a bit of a conversation going on here, and we've got some
Багфикс
some votes and stuff
работает.
that, you know, the game's just kind of elbowing you a bit. Like, hey, you can shoot
You
them.
can just let loose.
See those
You
right
can
there?
finally
You
put an
shoot-
end to golf.
They're smoking right now. I don't know why they're smoking, but you know, we want to conserve our ammo. We want to stay primed and ready for knocking out all these dudes on these rooftops here. It's actually kind of a whole
Так, будем сейчас
compound
стрелять по
that we're
чувакам
gonna be
на крыше.
infiltrating here. And I guess they're
Или
ready
это
for
он
us 'cause
шутит.
they're
Сейчас
just hanging
посмотрим.
out on the roof with guns. So here they go.
Да, все правильно.
This
Стоят,
mission
чилят,
is
ждут.
made very, very easy in OG because we can actually break out of the first-person mode and fire this gun at a much
В оригинальной
higher
игре
rate
мы,
of
конечно
fire.
же, можем вырваться
But we don't have
из
such
первого
tech
вида
here in, Definitive Edition. We, again,
и
we're gonna
ускорить
have to play a little
стрельбу.
honestly, and we're gonna have to fight against the camera a bit too, because as the helicopter rotates, my camera rotates.
Но не
with it.
здесь. Здесь есть сложности с этим, поэтому проходим как нужно, как хорошие
I know
люди.
where all these dudes are. There's one back
Хорошо,
there,
что я
he's
знаю, где
cheeky,
все они
he's hiding
заспавнены.
behind the gazebo of sorts.
Got two playing tennis.
Потому что если
Got
мы
you
не
playing
всех убьем,
tennis, that's right,
или
you know.
убьем
There you
недостаточно,
go.
мы не сможем
Eventually-
продолжить лететь.
Eventually, we're gonna get there. That guy, this one right here, he's kind of hard to hit because he can be out of range actually, based on where you are in your helicopter flying pattern here. So this is gonna be the last few. We've got some on the balcony.
Так,
You can see me
близко
fighting
к
the camera
концу.
here as it rotates with the
Немножко
helicopter.
Сражаемся с камерой, то есть камера дергается не совсем, ну, в общем, не по вине спидранера.
Yeah, 1 out of
That's
3.
1/3 incredible. All right. So
Так,
again, getting those
мы бы
three
уже
guys actually easier
выпрыгнули из
to do,
вертолета,
but
но нас
since it took me a
посадят.
bit of time to actually make sure that those guys, you know, fell asleep or whatever, it's going to take a while for us to actually get on the ground here. That phase
Положили
does
всех
not
поспать.
exist in OG. I don't know why they added one there. So we're just going to run through and take the briefcase. I guess it's full of cash, probably. Whatever.
Забираем
They
чемоданчик
tried to
с
stop me,
чем-то.
but, you know, we're Tommy Vercetti.
Too
We
fast for bullets.
just, we're the
It's just the
T2000,
hustle.
man.
Yeah.
Judgment Day.
You can only delay it. You can't stop it.
Exactly.
Окей,
So,
ничего
that's the
сложного.
last story mission. So now this is where we deviate from OG in a real major way. And we
Самое
do things
время
that you really don't have to do at all. I'm loading the autosave. And I'm not
Играть в эту игру совсем по-другому. Давайте посмотрим. Загружаем автосейв.
A huge waste of time, and I'm not doing that. So that's the last job we do for Diaz. Instead, we're going to go to Avery now. Actually, we're going to crash into the wall. Now we're going to go to Avery. All right. Avery.
Так,
again,
Эвери,
played
это, я так
by,
понимаю,
you
авиация.
know, the man
И либо
Reynolds.
какой-то чел.
He is kind of a real estate baron of sorts. That engages
Да, это
in
какой-то
really
чел, окей,
hostile
это не
tactics
авиация.
to, you know, embolden his business. Again, I really don't care about the phone right now. I just
Звонки
wanna
брать
go
не
to
будем,
golf
нам это
course
больше не
and
надо.
4-iron here.
Bro, you're doing business deals. What are you doing?
Yeah. So we're gonna park ourselves on the hide, son.
Come in and park yourself on the hide, son.
Whatever that means. The hide. I guess it's leather. Yeah.
Yeah,
sure.
it's leather. Leather
All
hide.
right.
Yeah.
So, all right. So he's going to want us to take out a guy on the golf course, which means usually we'd go into the golf course, lose all our weapons at the metal detector, because when a guy walks into your golf course metal detector with an entire armament in his pockets, you probably don't want him to have those on your business grounds. I can't skip this cutscene. Listen
Так,
very
кажется,
close.
мы идем играть в гольф. Вот мы переоделись.
I appreciate that you looked at me for that whole cutscene.
I don't know. I was too full of shame. I couldn't look at the screen. All right. So anyway.
Кейзифлю отвернулся
There you
от
go.
экрана,
Yeah,
чтобы не смотреть на
nice,
то, что происходит на
This
экране.
is where we would normally walk in, but actually, this is why we got the sniper earlier, as I'm going to equip it using
Мы
the
взяли
weapon wheel.
снайперку вот
And
в
if you
огороде
look
пораньше
very
взяли
closely,
снайперку,
man,
чтобы
you're
прицелиться
playing
и
golf.
сразиться с тем, кто играет в гольф. Окей, изи. И в принципе здесь металлодетекторы, мы не смогли бы спокойно пройти и сделать то же самое, но теперь прорисовка работает лучше. Спасибо Rockstar или кто делал игру. В принципе, вот таким вот образом мы справляемся с противником.
And I have to break their heart and say, you actually don't have to do that mission. And then they tell me, you're telling me I wasted months of my childhood trying to do something that I didn't have to do. And I say, don't shoot the messenger, man. It's not my fault.
Да, я очень мало играл.
Demolition Man, infamously, one of the, apparently regarded by many to be one of the most
Теперь нам
difficult
объясняют, что у нас
missions,
будет
apparently made more
вертолетик.
difficult
Окей.
by the changes
И
they
это
made
будет
to,
проще, чем...
the changes they made to the game's control scheme. So I'll try and regale a little bit of what I'm doing here.
в оригинальной игре.
First, you left click to ascend and you right click to descend, which I'm not a fan of. And then you just tilt forward here with W. I'm just clicking a bit. Drop bombs Q, I guess.
Но ты все равно не проходишь эту миссию в спидране. Смысл в этом.
Is that because you're a pirate?
Yeah, right? All right. So nonetheless, there we go. So we're just gonna plant a few bombs here, and honestly, I should make.
Так, парочку заминированных почек будет у нас.
Sincerely, no problems at all. Don't. Why are you laughing?
Look, I'm just. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be fine.
Будет все прекрасно, все будет замечательно. Подбадривает его PMC Trilogy. Okay.
Man.
Есть какие-то, значит, подвохи, очевидно. Да, эту миссию я играл, я точно помню. Это сложная миссия.
First definitive gift of the marathon to celebrate KZ Fruit definitively demolishing this definitive version of a definite classic. We have $100 from Roman numera 13. Hey all, wearing my Hawaiian shirt for
Еще
the
один
City
плент.
on the field
Targets
lives.
left 2.
Let's see those sick tricks. Let's get that Five Nights at Freddy's incentive. Woo!
Ну, для спидрана это совсем другая игра. А вот для обычного, вон проще на мотоциклах ездить. В принципе, вроде больше ничего.
We have $500 from DFB 210.
Ты думал.
I'm a simple man. I see Casey Fruit running at GDQ. I donate.
Right on. Thank you very much for the 500. I appreciate it.
We have $20 from Rockcoin. Hello from Germany.
Вообще, он должен был бы в стенки врезаться и получать урон на вертике, но, видимо, он хорош, ему это не нужно.
Big love for KZ and the whole GTA speedrun community. Show us those definitive strats.
The one thing that really is a little different than maybe a casual player would do here is I go to the top floor for the third bomb, and then I go to the third floor for the last one. It just works out to be a little bit faster that way. So we're on the last one here. It's been smooth. We've been cruising. We've just been vibing.
Yeah.
Nothing too fancy here. So it's about to wrap this one. This might be the longest mission.
Yeah,
I think.
I think that's definitively true.
Thank you. So.
Шутки про Definitive.
So, nonetheless, we're just about done here, and we're going to actually be doing the last mission.
Самая длинная миссия.
And the reason I didn't do
Наверняка, да.
these missions earlier is because we actually didn't have all of Avery's missions unlocked. We needed to finish the mission in the helicopter, the big one. We need to do that one.
Бам.
To unlock his final mission, as that takes
Вот
place on the
это взрывы правдоподобные.
Phnom Penh is what unlocks the whole of Vice City. The world is truly our oyster. Now, so mission passed. You get $1,000 for all of that.
Косарь.
Now I'm going to answer my phone.
Заработан. Наконец-то держим телефон нормально.
So that's the colonel calling us again. We're not going to do anything with his mission. We've just unlocked another Colonel Cortez mission, but we won't be seeing the good colonel again.
Sir, no, sir.
No, but we did have to answer that phone call. We had to answer that because we just have to. The phone calls are basically on a priority chain. There's Donald Love of GTA 3 and Liberty City Stories fame.
Так, кажется, тачке уже стало плохо.
What was I saying? Oh yeah, so phone calls just kind of are on the same
В общем,
priority chain.
телефонные
So
звонки
if we have a
важно.
phone
Их
call
надо поднимать.
that's
Не
lower in
всегда,
the chain, we
но
have
когда
to
нужно.
take everything higher up in the chain first. So nonetheless, even though we're not going
Вот
to do
это
anything with
обгон.
the colonel's mission, we still have to listen to his phone call. This is 2-bit hit. This is where we get into the gang war missions as
Так,
as good
что
old
же
Avery
будем
has
делать
decided
дальше?
that the
Я
gang
вообще
war
не
is
помню.
good for business, actually. It lowers property value, and he's, you know, the real estate baron, so that's his stick. So in order to kind of propagate this, we're going to dress up as one gang member and commit
Так,
acts
переодеваемся.
of
Окей,
atrocity
хорошо.
against the other, as you do.
Как член банды.
Again,
И сейчас будем
missions
врываться,
you're not
видимо,
gonna
в банду
see
под
in
прикрытием.
a standard any percent of OG. Any percent no SSU, that is. The standard just get to the end of the game. These are all side missions. I want to stress that. Why am I doing side missions, dog? You'll find out. So, nonetheless, here we are. We're going to stand on our car. We're going to take these guys out. That guy with the
Встаем на
auto,
тачку,
you
в
know, he's
принципе,
target,
выполняем миссию
whatever, I
легко.
don't know. For whatever reason.
О,
Nice.
Yeah, that was
окей.
interesting.
Было опасно.
Not a lot happened. There was a lot of noise. There was a lot of grinding. So anyway, we're just supposed to leave the
Ну,
zone.
миссия
and we
пройдена,
did.
изи.
It's faster to go north, but actually we want to go south because that's where we're going next. We've been in helicopters, we've been in cars, we've been in bikes. Now we're going to go on a boat. Besides the
Пора
Palace,
поплавать.
we're going to actually
Окей.
drive a boat. So I'm going to grab some armor.
Возьмем
'Cause I'm
арморчик.
waiting for a phone call to come in. It takes 20 seconds from when you pass a mission for the phone call to
Отвечаем
come
на
in.
звонок и бежим.
Tommy puts
Хорошо,
in his
ну,
Bluetooth
скипать.
earpiece, hands-free, baby. That's right. And
Берем
we're just gonna go
hands-free.
over to Umberto's Cafe.
Bluetooth
So
ухо
the
вставили,
two
можно
gangs
бежать,
that are at
разговаривать
war
легко.
right now, thanks to us, great contribution,
Yep.
is Auntie Poulet's gang and then Umberto's gang. Umberto is voiced by, do you know?
Danny Trejo.
Danny Trejo, thank you. Thank you, thank you. There he is, the man right there. See?
See.
All right. So we are on the scene now. So this is Rico. We should be able to skip this in OG, but we can't.
Каламбур слов идет от Кейзи Флю.
Another strange inconsistency, but it's fine. It's fine. It's a fun game. You know, it's no problem. So.
Легкий протест того, что ему не сильно нравится игра. Но спидран и спидран. Вау. Долетит? Не долетел.
I mean, sometimes you never brought your rumpo to the golf course.
No.
Drive it around.
Not really something I make a habit of.
Oh, we can go do that.
Sure. So, nonetheless, this is a pretty easy peasy mission. The only thing that can really go wrong is if I flip the boat somehow, which has never happened to me ever in a
Yeah, that would never
marathon.
happen.
That's never
Да,
happened
какая
to me.
стоит уже.
It has happened to me. But it won't happen to me now. See? We're good.
Right.
No problem. In fact, we can even read a donation, because nothing bad is going to happen at all.
Ничего плохого происходить не будет, поэтому мы можем читать донаты.
I think you're gonna like this one.
Отлично, отличная игра.
From an eternal enigma.
What is wrong with you, dog? Where I just
О,
saw
Eternal
him. He's
Enigma задонатил.
impossible to miss. You've distracted me. I've just driven into a pier.
Oh, now it's gonna happen. Anyway, Enigma says, ever since I first saw you at HEDQ 2017, I knew I wanted to be your friend. And you've been nothing short of amazing this entire time. I love you and Brosa forever, and I will always be behind you for whatever is next for you. And that, my friend, is definitive.
I've got the heart and heart of a criminal, okay? You cannot pierce me with sentimental words. Thank you, though. Thank you.
У меня жесткое сердце преступника. Меня не взять такими словами добрыми из доната. Но спасибо тебе.
In just a few hours, he's been gracious enough to have me on the Silent Hill for the room couch. So if you like this run, and you like what I have to bring to the table, you're going to love what Enigma and I and our fellow commentators have to bring to the table.
It's going to be a great run. Can't wait for that.
Yes, absolutely.
Получается, на Silent Hill Кейзи Флю тоже посидит, покомментирует. Отлично.
We have $25 from Dio.
И что там чел АФК стоит?
Thought you were getting a donation, but it was definitively me, Dio.
Fru, do you know JoJo's?
If you have to ask, the answer's no. But I appreciate.
Если ты спросил, знаю ли я, что такое Джорджа,
Good. Memes are good.
то я не
So,
знаю,
we're
потому что ты
gonna work
спросил.
Rico here. That's Rico. Watch his moves here. He could just turn. Sick, dude. Insane. Actually sick.
О, чел
Always
развернулся.
facing due south,
Well.
you know? So anyway,
А, он смотрит все время на N,
make sure I
окей.
don't fall in the water here.
That would be embarrassing.
That would be funny.
Главное
Is
не
that
упасть
good?
в воду.
No. Good. All right, awesome.
Окей.
That I've done that before. I've
Я
totally
падал
done
в
that
воду,
before.
но
Thank you.
не
Thank
хочу
you.
больше.
Thank you. Clapping for turning 180 degrees. That's the bar is down here. All right. So the next thing we're going to do is take a phone call from Auntie Poulet, who we have not met yet. We actually get to
Возьмем. Мы
play
поговорим
both
по телефону.
sides of
Окей,
this
хорошо.
exchange
Геймплей
here
вполне
between,
понятен, но и
Alberto's
разговариваем по
gang and
телефону.
Auntie Poulet's gang. So now she wants us to work for her, which sure we're gonna change outfit, you know.
Ну,
Probably sweating a
попереоденемся.
little bit in the gang clothes. We're gonna wear the pajamas. Anyway, this is definitive right here.
Yeah, this is important.
This is one of my favorite things. Okay, so it's faster in this game to get rid of the door on your vehicle, and here you can get rid of the driver's side door by grinding the passenger side.
Дверь отворилась с другой стороны, что... Ну ладно, работает, работает. Определенно завершенная версия игры.
I don't want to answer the phone. Thank you. This is Auntie Poulet.
Hello?
Ray Liotta for you right there, you know. In some of the greatest films ever. Hello. We miss him dearly. So Juju Scramble this is kind of where it gets a little crazy.
Так, игра здесь становится интересной. Чем же она сможет нас удивить?
Hold on.
Сейчас я заеду на парковку, подождите. Миссия состоит в том, чтобы забрать... Чемоданчики, окей. И полиция за нами будет гнаться.
The reasons for that will be made apparent later. That's a 2-door police vehicle, so I can't take it. I need a 4-door police vehicle, so I'm looking for
Нам нужна
not that,
полицейская машина с 4 дверьми. Окей, отдай машину. Машину отдай. Спасибо.
It's not personal. Oh, hold on. We got a friend, dude. Look, we got the cop in here.
О, у нас компания.
What's up,
У нас есть друг.
Hey.
С нами едет полицейский.
He saw what I did to his partner. He's like, nope, All right, so you should leave us alone. Yeah, we're good. Okay.
Он нас оставит. О, что произошло?
Yeah, you remember the GDQ cops? Well,
that's the
they came back.
That's also one of the vehicles I could have taken, but okay, there we go. Like I said, obnoxious I think is the word I used, and that would be appropriate here. So that actually went pretty well.
Yeah, no.
Все прошло успешно. Класс. Миссия пройдена.
At the start of the run, I said that I'm going to use the controller for about 10 seconds in the run, and that's coming up here for bombs away. Auntie Poulet, there's literally something in her tea that makes us work for her. That's the lore here. So we're going to take our police vehicle here, and we're just going to go
Так, возьмем нашу полицейскую тачку и...
another RC vehicle mission. This one is the bane of my existence. If this goes well, I'm going to be very pleased with myself.
I'm so excited.
Так, ну будем надеяться, что эта миссия пройдет успешно.
So I'm going to use the controller now to fly the RC plane, but only to a certain point.
Я буду использовать контроллер, чтобы долететь на этом самолетике.
There's 2 sets of flying controls, and I bound both of them to the same set of inputs. So I get like double the input. So now I'm going to drop my controller.
He wasn't kidding. It thudded on the stage.
Так, бросил свой контроллер, он бросил свой контроллер.
And I'm going to very carefully, hopefully, take out every.
Будем надеяться, что я очень аккуратно скину бомбу куда нужно. Так, ну вроде нормально. Так, там что-то щелкнуло, вроде нормально. Придется взять снова контроллер в руки. Утонул. Ладно, пробуем еще раз.
We're literally picking things up. All right, so anyway, these guys, oh my God, he's all the way down there.
Yeah,
Let's read some donations to hide my shame, please.
Читайте донаты, потому что это надолго.
$5 donation from Grass Sama. Whoa, we're halfway there. Whoa,
Получилось?
praying for a fresh
Да,
pair.
получилось.
And that was, of course, for our bonus game, Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach, where we are indeed over halfway there, praying for a fresh
Получается,
pair.
что-то
So
последнее
make sure
осталось
when you get
взорвать,
your
и, в принципе,
donations
все.
in, you add that incentive to your donation so you can get us that bonus game. We also have a $100 anonymous donation, which has a haiku.
Нет.
Crazy through and blue. Definitive mind.
Да.
Chef's
Миссия
kiss.
пройдена.
Thank you.
Окей.
Chef's kiss indeed. That was
Окей.
probably the worst I've done in a while, but it was funny. So I don't
Это
really
было
care.
ужасно. Но мы справились. Мы пережили.
We're having a good time here. So, okay. So the next thing we're going to do is, this is the last anti-poulet mission. First, we're going to be
Последняя
blocked by the
миссия у
phone.
этой
When the phone
женщины.
rings, you can't pick up missions. So you got to stop the phone from ringing. And the way I do that is to just fake out entering a car, just like go to enter a car and then stop. That's the thing you do to prevent phone calls from bothering you. All right. So we're going to pull up here, park right around here. There's a
Так,
proper
припаркуемся
gang war
тут.
happening here, and we're going to put our thumb on the scale from a distance here.
Так, пора
Everybody
показать,
with an arrow over their
кто главный, кто
head is,
батя.
condemned. Unfortunately, you have committed the crime of being marked by the game here. So we're going to use the M60 for the van. I don't know where the Kruger is on my weapon wheel. OG does not have a weapon wheel, but I try to keep up with the times, so I use the weapon wheel a little bit. It is kind of handy because the weapon order in your inventory is a little different. So the radial.
Порядок оружия в вашем инвентаре немножко другой,
All right, everybody's gone.
когда прокручиваешь мануально, как обычно. А тут, в принципе, есть колесо оружия, и почему его не использовать? Спасибо за ремейк.
I needed a four-door police vehicle earlier.
Так, нам нужна специально полицейская тачка. Я не знаю, что она светится со всех сторон, но игра доработанная, видно. Вот, и нам нужна специальная машина с 4 дверьми. Окей. Так. Так, рампейдж взяли, окей. С первого раза так-то.
I started the rampage, and as the rampage, right before the window of picking up the rampage icon and the rampage starting, I was able to sneak in the vigilante submission. And then I could cancel
Перед тем, как взять рампагу, взяли миссию, получается, полицейского. Хорошо. Но что же это нам даст?
I wanted this. Okay, I need a four-door car, man. And I need a good one, not that thing. Sorry, bro. I stole this car.
Берем наших пацанов.
So these guys, their heads are sticking out the back. This gotta hurt.
А у них голова торчит. Нормально, главное не взорваться. Выдавим немножко. Все в порядке, пацаны. Да, нормально все.
Anyway, this thing is smoking, but that's okay. I don't need it for much longer. So we're just going to cruise up to this first mission here for Umberto. I guess the second one, really. The first one where we've been initiated, right? This is our friend.
That's our friend.
We have to take very good care of him.
Treat him like a friend.
Yep.
Это наш друг, и нам нужно позаботиться о нем.
He has to go.
Забота оказана.
Let me make my case, okay? His voice lines take a while, and if he's not alive, everything goes faster.
So you're killing your friend because you don't want to listen to him.
Ты убил друга, потому что не хочешь его слушать? Нет, это звучит неправильно. Просто у него слишком длинный текст. Он отдыхает, все окей. Так, всех со стрелочкой. У нас есть друзьяшки, которые нам помогают нормально. Обычно вы не получаете друзьяшек в оригинальной игре, но здесь получаете друзьяшек. Попал в
got like 2 or
денежки.
3. That's pretty normal. Here comes the ambulance.
Нормально.
We're gonna go this
Oh,
way.
more flats.
I think they're all flat, actually.
Yeah.
Are they all
Oops,
flat?
oops, all flats.
Do we have oops all? No, we got one. One's made it. All right. This usually
Так, кажется, у нас
happens.
предъявлены все колеса, кроме одного. Нормально едем.
Who
Едем,
has-
все получится.
hasn't driven with at least 3 flats?
Мы доедем легко. Полиция чуть подтолкнет. Главное, в воду не упасть. Здесь невидимая стена. Снимаем рампагу. Так мы уже сломали игру. Мы провалили миссию во время миссии. Опасно. Проваливаемся немножко в песок. Промазал. Только не выталкивай нас.
Slowly back away.
Хорошей коллизии,
Nothing to
да.
see here, officer.
Ничего не происходит, ничего не происходит, все хорошо.
That was a strat. That wasn't a joke.
Два косаря получили, миссия выполнена. Easy.
Help you.
Получается, мы зафейлили миссию Рампаги во время миссии, и теперь Рампагу смогли поднять еще раз.
You don't want the
Окей, классно, все. Бесконечное оружие. Там хаос какой-то происходит, что-то взрывается. В Vice-City какая-то война. Пора сесть в лодку. Окей. Зыбуч.
things are going to change now.
Так, вот ты, наш друг. Нормально, все окей, все под контролем. Я хотел ударить его, но случилась карма. Рампага сейчас почти закончится, но мы сейчас немножко попользуемся этим оружием, чтобы это... У нас нет больше пушки, а нам нужно это взорвать. Окей, взорвали. Миссия так-то страшная. Немножко сфокусируемся. Сейчас пойдет немножко времени, чтобы всех завалить. Со всеми справимся, потому что у кого-то есть ружье, и это очень больно. Пора валить. Поднимем последнюю рампагу где-то здесь. А вот он. Мы движемся к нашему кульминации, в общем, всего действия великого. Скоро конец. Держитесь. Медвежайтесь.
You'll notice we're getting a little, the time is climbing up. What am I doing here?
Yeah, what's going to happen?
What is going to happen? How am I just going to pull it out at the end? Well, it's going to look a little strange, but it is very interesting just from a running perspective, because this is so different than kind of your standard classic OG GTA speedrun. So we're going to be using this rampage here to achieve that end.
Так, рампага нам нужна, чтобы правильно закончить игру. Ну, или типа правильно. Нашу тачку вытолкнули, но нормально. Мы пытались добраться именно до этой миссии. Нам нужна эта миссия. Это ключевая миссия, которая открывает нам концовку. Мы
that
будем
look
делать
strange and confusing, and how could that
определенные
progress to the
действия
end of the game at
в
all?
определенном
Well, I'll
порядке.
do my best
Вам
to
может показаться,
explain it.
что это что-то будет
The
странным.
first thing I need to
Но
do,
так и должно быть.
that I actually truly, legitimately need to do, is I need to get rid of my driver's side door. So to do that, I've got
Прежде всего,
two
нам нужно
walls that are
избавиться
pretty
от
good for that. This one namely.
двери.
There we go.
Nice.
Very good.
Дверь.
That's
И
it's a little
избавились от
difficult
двери,
to do that
отлично.
in this one, to be honest. It's not like the Comet where you shave the wrong side of the car. And it's not like that.
Doesn't have that feature.
No, not this one.
Это
Not this
правильная
one,
машина,
boy.
соответственно, мы
So
потеряли
next thing I'm gonna do
дверь
is
с
I'm
той
just
стороны,
gonna
с
get
которой
to a certain
терлись.
point in this mission here. And that's gonna be shortly after this
Идеальная
cutscene.
парковка.
The rampage is about to expire. After the
Парабака
rampage
сейчас
expires,
закончится,
you know
но
I've been whining about the phone ringing the whole time. This is the one time I want my phone to ring. Is when I
я хочу,
leave
чтобы
this
телефон
vehicle.
зазвонил.
So, here's what's going to happen. I'm going to park into this pink glow that we're about to see. I'm going to wait for a guy to talk, and then when that happens, I'm going to get out of the car, and the phone is
Ждем,
gonna
когда
ring.
человек заговорит.
Hopefully. It really should. So, I need to focus here.
И выскочить из машины и ответить на телефонный звонок. Так,
Okay, we got
так.
it. Yep, the phone rang. We're
Получилось.
gonna leave
Хорошо,
him here.
отлично.
Um,
Этого чела оставим здесь,
And
он нам не
now,
нужен.
so what's happened is when the phone rang, it kind of locked the mission in place on that dialogue line.
Так, мы
I
сейчас
did it a little late, but I think it's gonna be okay.
залочили миссию.
It kinda
Ну,
locked
на
it
одном
in
месте ее
place.
остановили.
So we're
Хорошо.
stuck at this exact specific spot in the mission
И
script
мы
right
застряли
now.
на данный
And what
момент именно
happens
там.
here is, if we were
И что же
to
происходит?
go up here and buy this property at the top of this roof, I gotta make
Нам
sure I
нужно
don't
купить
unsoft lock
эти
myself
владения. Хорошо.
by getting out and
Деньги у нас
canceling
есть,
the phone
25 тысяч.
call as quick as I can. I'm gonna buy this
Что
property.
стоит? Это
You're
вообще
not
стоит
supposed to
что-то?
be able to buy properties on missions,
Косарь,
but I
окей.
can do that because of the rampage thing. And because I bought that
Благодаря тому, что у нас
property
есть рампага, мы
while
смогли
that
купить
phone,
здесь
while
домик.
that dialogue line was playing in the mission, that actually passes the second to last mission in the game. So now we're at the end, just out of nowhere. I told you it was
Так мы
gonna be
внезапно
strange and weird and
пробрались в
random,
концовку.
and
Мы
that's how we get to the end
в последней
of
миссии.
this game in
Или в
definitive
предпоследней.
edition. So now I'm just going to go straight to the end
Yeah, just do
because
the last mission.
we just do the last
А,
mission.
все, мы уже в
We
последней
actually
миссии.
did.
Окей, отлично.
So that sequence of events past the penultimate mission,
Оба.
one last spin for good
Оба.
measure, dude.
Нормально.
One last
Yeah.
one of those.
So long, definitive.
Еще немножко
Glass. So,
свэг
what
моментов.
we're going to do now, I know it worked, by the way, because the game didn't crash. If you screw it up, the game crashes. And
Если
then,
бы
I
у
don't
меня
know,
не
they would
получилось, игра бы
probably go through
закрашилась,
the
так
trap
что
door and
все
leave,
получилось.
but, we're all good here. So, we're going to climb over this wall. The last mission takes place inside this
Залезаем
mansion.
здесь.
We can't get inside the
Yeah.
mansion because the door is shut.
Don't do that mission.
Дверь закрыта, и мы не
We
можем
can't do
попасть.
fastest boat, not that
Но
one.
мы
We're gonna
можем
do the one in here, but we can clip through the wall like that.
просто
We'll just run into it. And
пробежать.
here we are. This is the last mission of the
Last
game.
mission.
This is the last mission.
Последняя миссия,
Here we are.
последняя миссия. Последняя миссия, осталось чуть-чуть.
Keep your friends close. Keep your missions definitive.
That's right.
That's right.
All right. So, an interesting little fact about this mission is that, so, the mansion doors were closed, right? I had to
Двери-то были
clip
закрыты.
through the wall to get into the mansion because the doors were shut. If you were to start this mission while the game sees that the mansion doors are closed, it just deletes the mansion doors. That's kind of a fail-safe that you're never supposed to encounter at all normally, but it's the one, like this is the one instance when that happens. So because the mansion doors have been deleted, this is actually the one instance where this mission works as intended. Because I guess testers didn't know that there were supposed to be more dudes funneling in through the door at the end of the mission, and you'll see that. I'll point it out to you.
Вроде должно ввалиться еще куча народу, но из-за того, что мы удалили двери, они открыли их нормальным образом.
Sometimes dudes just get stuck on the doors and they bash their heads into them over and over and over again. until they make it
Миссия
inside the
будет
mansion.
проигрываться нормально.
This is Lance.
Потому что если
He
двери
betrayed
открыты,
us.
то наши противники застревают в проемах в
I
двери
can't really explain all of the actual story to you because we
и не
spent
выходят
really no
нормально,
time doing it, but Lance
что
betrayed us.
заставляет
If you want to see more of the story, you can watch some of the
спускаться
classic
вниз,
runs that
очевидно,
we've
и,
done
может быть,
here
даже умирать.
on GDQ. I just hate the shotgun. I keep pulling it out. What's my weapon of choice here? How do I kill my friend?
I mean, there's an invisible barrier here, and that's
Yeah.
probably not helping.
No. All right, we
There
got
you
him.
go.
So there was an invisible wall that I had to basically
Так,
stand
невидимая
just an
стена,
inch
через
away
которую
from,
пришлось
so I could sneak through.
стрелять. Ладно, хорошо.
All right, now
Why not?
we just have to wait for Sunny to spawn.
Ждем, когда заспавнится Сани. Саня. Похилимся, очевидно. Армор возьмем. Чуть подождем. Пойдем поищем Соню. Наши владения немножко сломались. Пора уничтожить нашего противника при помощи старого древнего приема. Машина по лицу. Подарим машину Сане. И время. Окей. Well played. Ну что ж, тут хотя бы есть на что посмотреть. Спасибо всем за внимание. Спасибо.
I'd like to thank my co-commentator, PMC Trilogy, for being here, for being a brother to me, and for not saying anything about me introducing him for 15 minutes. Thank you.
I love to be there for you. Always.
Yes, please follow his stream. You want to give your elevator pitch?
Oh, I mean, I like to play all sorts of chaos games. I like to ask what could possibly go wrong. It's the best thing to do.
Another thing that I think really
Получается, секунда нечетная.
PMC,
Жестко.
at this point, it's on a hiatus, perhaps indefinite. But you used to run a podcast where you would interview other speedrunners called Overboost. So if you want to get a little peek behind the scenes on some of the people you might see here or elsewhere in the community, please check out Overboost wherever you get your podcasts, right?
Yes, that's correct.
Yep.
Thank you.
Like I said, that's a project that's on hiatus, but it's still a lot of value to be had there.
Вы можете еще
For me,
принести пользу.
if you want, but this is probably the end of my speedrunning road, if I'm honest, for the time being. I'm going to pause for here. Just give a little bit of a light spiel. I've been very gracious and very honored to have been a part of something that's been so cool for many, many years. This is my 7th run at GDQ. And
Седьмой ран на ГДК
that's
от
crazy.
Кизифрю.
Tremendous.
You know,
Всем спасибо.
the last one is probably the most important, if not more important than the first one. So,
И последний самый важный. Важнее, чем первый.
You know, community uplifting and community gathering. GDQ is so important to so many of us. To marry that with a good cause that impacts the world in a way that's perhaps more important now than ever is a very, very beautiful thing.
Я очень рад, что мы всех вместе здесь собираем. Так много людей.
As many years as I have, I think Enigma said 2017, that was my first one. And, you know, I think what I would like now is to pass the baton on. I've said enough here. I've done enough runs.
Кизифрю говорит, что я достаточно был на ГДК. Я буду надеяться, что будут приходить новые лица и займут мое место. Время пришло. Еще раз Кизифрю всех благодарит.
Who was my first host in 2017 and is now my last host. So thank you for helping me complete the story.
Последний раз я
Thank you. Thank you guys very much.
Показываю вам игры на ГДК. Видимо, это анонс от Кизифрю. Он не планирует больше подавать игры на ГДК. Будет ли он дальше спидранить или нет, неизвестно. Зафоловиться на Кизифрю нельзя, сказал сам Кизифрю. Что ж, это